Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It is October 3rd, 2023. Yesterday was a really cool day to be on the mountain, see that fresh blanket of snow out there, and pretty much every mountain range looked like everyone got a good hit of snow yesterday. Today we're gonna have start out pretty cloudy and then decrease throughout the day. Highs are going to be in the upper 50s in the valley floor. We're going to have scattered rain and snow showers. Snow showers are going to be isolated to above 8,000 feet. And then we're going to also have potential for some thunderstorms building throughout the day if we get that clearing and have some of that daytime heating helping some instability. Tomorrow it's going to be mostly sunny, highs in the low 60s. We're going to have a cold morning. It looks like most areas are going to have a frost. Haley is kind of a little bit on the fence with, but I would say, what's going to impact that is if these rain clouds kind of move out quicker than the forecast is calling for, than the models, then we'll have clear skies, and that'll kind of promote cooler temperatures and a frost. So I would be cautious with your plants tomorrow and cover them up if you really treasure really harvesting that last little bit of fruit and vegetables. Looking ahead, we have a ridge that builds in Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be a little slow to build, but all models are still calling for the weekend to be nice and nice weather. So not the next chance of precipitation is going to be maybe Monday night, Tuesday. We'll kind of get into that, but the models between the Euro and the GFS are a little conflicting right now. And totals for today, you can see Stanley is going to be maybe a tenth of an inch, a little bit less down towards us in Haley. You can't actually even see Haley. Oh yeah, you can. Sorry. Maybe some rain falling in Haley. It did look like her forecast was going to give us some showers, so this is what NWS out of Pocatello is thinking it's going to happen. And you can see the Tetons are getting hammered with snow today, measuring about a foot of snow. It's pretty cool to see. All right, let's see what we picked up last night. Here in China Gardens, we got 8/100ths of an inch. Looks like the airport received close to that. And also up in Stanley, looked like we got about a tenth of an inch too. So we had like one rumble thunder yesterday kind of roll through to the west of Haley and down towards Bellevue, gave us some sprinkles down there. And then most of the rest of the rainfall came through overnight. So we're going to see an upward trend in temperatures into the weekend with that high pressure building overhead. And yeah, it looks like we're going to just almost get into the 70s for Sunday. So pretty nice weekend coming up here before another system hits us Monday, Tuesday. You can see that huge area of high pressure here. This is looking at the lower level water vapor map, seeing how much moisture is in the lower atmosphere. And you can see there's some stuff hanging over the top of us. There's kind of the short wave of moisture coming through here today, but this high pressure is going to start blocking all moisture and keeping it above us and out of our way. This is looking at the 500 millibar HREF, just showing you again that we're going to be having this trough system exit our way today. This is that short wave embedded there, and that's going to move out of our direction, and we're going to start to see some high pressure build overhead. It's kind of hard to see in this graphic here. but you either have area low pressure or high pressure. And looking at the cloud forecast, this is a little bit tricky for today. But you can see we start out pretty cloudy till some clearing around midday. That's like 3 o'clock ish. And then it's kind of interesting, it starts to clear out, but we have these blue low level clouds, which we don't quite see too often here. I believe that's because there's so much moisture hanging in. That's kind of clung to the mountains, and we're just not used to seeing that. Except, I mean, it is fall. It does get rainy in the fall. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, it was really cool seeing all the clouds rolling slowly up and over the mountains yesterday, and I think that's what we're going to see again this afternoon as the system moves out of our way. And then tomorrow's looking like just a thin cover of clouds, and then it starts clearing off towards the evening. And looking at the HRRR forecast for where we could see rain today, rain and snow. You can see there's some heavy bands coming in our direction. We're in northwest flow today. So it's going to be coming from the northwest through our area. And you can see there's some pretty good bands of moisture that are going to be across the Sawtooth, heading into the Smokies, over towards the Soldier area. And then that's going to kind of start to clear out. But then we're probably going to have some daytime heating, and that's where these little thunder cells are going to start building. Once those clouds move out of the way, the ground starts getting heating, and then that heat rises and condenses as it goes up, and that's going to help kind of fuel some isolated thunderstorms through the later part of the afternoon. And then tomorrow, we got really nothing going on. Basically, we're not going to have anything going on till probably Monday or Tuesday of next week, which is great if you're going out to do stuff. All right. So this is our best chance of thunderstorms for today. You can kind of see it's the eastern section here. Probably by the time those systems move through here, they need the lower lands to start pumping out that sun to reach the ground and really get some of that heat moving up through the atmosphere, which is going to happen later in the day. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I was surprised to hear Rumble Thunder yesterday because they were kind of calling for the same type of graphics. We're in the 10 to 20% range besides eastern Blaine County, like Cary, for getting thunderstorms today. Looking at a little bit closer at where we can see some precip today. This is looking at just rain or snow water equivalent. If it's going to be snowing, like over in 4th of July, look like we can pick up about 1/4 of an inch, and a little bit less down in the Wood River Valley, but I don't know. I feel like we're probably going to pick up some moisture today. I think it would be like at least a trace of snow, or trace of rain. I don't, it's like looking at these totals, it's not going to be a complete soaker event. It's going to be just a couple of showers moving overhead. So no real threat today. They are calling for a snow above 8,000 feet. So you can see in the graphics here, that's going to be in the Sawtooth, White Clouds, a little bit in the Boulders down to the Pioneers. It's a little surprising that they're not calling for any snow over in this area, because it looks like some of those bands will be moving down through there, but we'll just have to wait and see. I would suspect that we're going to see some snow down here. All right, let's dive in a little bit deeper to long range forecasting. This is looking at the European model here. This is for Monday around noon. So you can see we have a pretty big area of low pressure off BC here, and that's going to help drive some, it's going to be kind of begin to drive a southwest flow into here. And we're just far enough off that we're starting to get in the fantasy land. But it looks like we would probably get into a southwest flow for Tuesday. Now the interesting part of this, let me back this model up, is that the same timing for the GFS, that's kind of the American version of the long-term forecasting, is calling for not as significant of a closed low here. So it doesn't look as, the GFS is not calling for as strong of a system. It's calling almost for more of a zonal flow for that same timing and happening a little bit earlier. So if we're going to put bets on the GFS, we're going to probably get moisture closer to Monday afternoon. If we're going to go with the Euro, it's probably going to be more like Tuesday. And the GFS does look like it keeps it a little bit stronger too. Yeah, it's interesting. It keeps this kind of like a northwest flow as opposed to the Euro. Still kind of has a little bit of northwest flow, but definitely not too much agreement in the long-term forecast. And whenever we don't have agreement, it's kind of a mixed bag of what can happen. We want those models to line up. That'll give us a better indicator that they have faith in what's actually going to happen. Well, that's all I got for you today. Tune in. I'm not sure if I'll keep pumping these out every day, if it's going to be kind of dry and boring for the rest of the week. So just kind of stay tuned and we'll see what happens.